Over the past several years, we've seen so many companies become obsessed with pushing DEI. In the aftermath of 2020, the summer of love, when everybody started saying this is the time, we have to take a stand now, they decided to push all of these programs in the video game industry, in comic books, and of course, in the entertainment industry. And Disney was maybe at the focal point of so many of those efforts. And of course, it was vastly unpopular with the majority of the audience. People pushed back against it, but these companies said, no, this is something we stand for. This is something we have to do. Well, here we are, early 2025, and apparently it's not all that important to them, because now as there is a massive push against DEI coming not only from the incoming administration, the Trump administration, but also in general from the audience, so many companies are deciding to walk it back. And now add Disney to that list. You know, for the past several years, Bob Iger's claimed over and over again the same thing. We're trying to get out of the culture wars. We're trying to quiet the noise in the culture wars. We just want to focus on entertainment. But we actually haven't seen that from the company in very many ways. Well, now, after a lot of investor pressure, this is a new announcement from Disney. Disney stepping back from some DEI efforts as Trump takes power. The changes come amid a campaign against programs intended to boost the diversity in the private sector for allegedly violating civil rights laws. And yes, at least 2 DEI programs Disney is now saying they're not going to do anymore. Disney dumps 2 DEI programs as investors pressure company to axe more woke initiatives. Disney's reportedly pulling back on its diversity, equity, and inclusion policies, the latest major company to walk back the woke initiatives amid pressure from activist investors and the Trump administration. Now, when they say activist investors, we think of the word activist in a certain way. When you talk about activist investors, it's just investors who are not simply there to just buy stock and let it sit. They're people that truly want to see change in the company, to see a return in their investments. The media giant, which saw its bottom line hurt by the battle over Florida's Don't Say Gay bill, the parental rights and education bill, quietly dropped its Reimagine Tomorrow program from the DEI section of the most recent SEC filing. The program was mentioned in its 2023 report, has a mission statement of amplifying underrepresented voices, and features some of Disney's DE&I commitments and actions, according to its website. Now, some people are claiming this website is completely going away. It's no longer under their DEI list. However, the website is still active. It doesn't say Reimagine Tomorrow anymore. The Reimagine Tomorrow website now redirects to this, just simply saying inclusion. But you do have to wonder, too, are they serious about this, or are they just trying to hide it? Are they just trying to replace it under a different banner, put it in a different spot, don't list it under the DEI stuff because clearly investors don't like it, audience members don't like it, nobody likes it. DEI at this point is the equivalent to DIE. That's truly what it has been for these companies who are finally moving away from it. And in addition to that, they're making another statement that, the warnings, the trigger warnings they put before some of their, most well-known pieces of content out there, well, those are going to change too. As part of the shift, sources tell Axios Disney is moving and changing the content disclaimers it started releasing around certain titles in 2020. And an example of that would be like this. Disney's adjusting the content warnings ahead of some of its old movies, including Peter Pan and Dumbo, amid an overall shift in DEI strategy. Disney's changing the disclaimer that autoplays before these titles from one that notes the film, quote, includes negative depictions and or mistreatment of peoples or cultures to this, quote, this program is presented as originally created and may contain stereotypes or negative depictions. So it's still going to be there. They're slightly changing the wording a little bit, but it's still going to be there. Time will tell about how serious they are about this, whether this is just hiding and shifting things to other parts of the company and maybe retitling it something else that people don't hate as much anymore, or whether they truly are going to do away with some of these things over a period of time. But the Reimagine Tomorrow stuff, remember, the Reimagine Tomorrow initiative is the stuff that kicked off the Don't Say Gay outrage when you had leaked Zoom calls from Disney executives bragging about how they were pushing their not-so-secret gay agenda on children. You had people up there like, well, all of my children are trans, and we think it's really important to introduce children to this at a very young age where we can manipulate them. These were the things that were happening with some of this Reimagine Tomorrow bullshit. Parents got sick and tired of it. Audiences got sick and tired of it in general. And we've seen the backlash and the fallout for Disney. And now here they are as DEI has become incredibly unpopular. And they're saying, hey guys, don't worry, investors. We're stepping away from this. We promise. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be paying a lot of attention to see if they follow through on these promises or if it's just more bullshit from people like Bob Iger, who have said it repeatedly over the last several years, yet no action really ever seems to be taken. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.